Hey y'all, welcome back to Mrs. Lynn's Cooking. Today we are going to make a pumpkin swirl brownie. The only thing that you're going to need is sugar, self-rising flour or regular flour, doesn't matter, cinnamon. We're also going to need some ground nutmeg, vanilla. I'm using a large can of pumpkin but only need half of this. And one box of Pillsbury the Pillsbury brownie mix and 2 eggs. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is, I forgot to tell you, we need oil and water too. So, we've got this out. I took my brownie mix and I've just poured it into my bowl. So, what we're going to do is we are going to take the brownie mix and then just do as the instructions on the back of the box says. So, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a 1/3 cup of oil. So we're going to put a 1/3 cup of oil in here. And then we're going to take our egg in here. And then 1 egg. Okay. And then bear with me, I need to get a 1/4 cup of water. Right there, so 1/4 cup of water. And we're just going to take our 1/4 cup of water, and then we're just going to make our brownie mix as normal. And just go ahead and just mix it all in here until it's smooth. And then we're just going to have to preheat our oven to 350 for our brownies to cook. So let's get this all mixed up together. Get this taken care of. Okay, and then you're going to need another bowl to do the other part. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take an extra bowl. I have my pumpkin here. I'm going to take my self-rising flour and I'm going to put a 1/2 cup of self-rising flour in here in my bowl. So, I'm going to do that. Then we're going to take a 1/4 cup of just regular granulated sugar. We're going to put that in. We're just going to move this stuff a little bit out of the way so we have room to work. Then, next, we're going to do our ground cinnamon. And we're going to do 1 tablespoon of our cinnamon. And we're just going to sprinkle this over the top. I know it's a lot, but it's going to be good. Okay, and then we're going to take our ground nutmeg. And we're just going to do right about 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg. Because this stuff is really strong. It doesn't take much. Now, we're going to mix our dry ingredients together. And I'm going to show you what it looks like before we add anything else in here to it. But it's going to be like this is kind of going to be like a brownie mix / pumpkin, but it's fall. So we're going to do it like this. And this is the color that we want to do our pumpkin mixture. So now I'm going to take 1 egg. I'm going to put this in here. And then I'm going to take and put, I like my vanilla, so I'm going to put in 1 tablespoon of our vanilla. Like so. Now we're going to take our pumpkin, and I'm going to take my 1/2 cup of pumpkin. And so we're going to put a 1/2 cup of pumpkin in here, maybe a little bit more. We're just going to kind of play this by sight so I can see what I'm doing, but you want to pack it in there pretty good. So we're going to tightly pack this pumpkin. And that's it's a little over a 1/2 cup. but that will work. We're going to put this in our bowl. And then we're going to knead our oil, and I'm going to do a 1/4 cup of just my regular oil. Whichever oil you have, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to do, like I said, a 1/4 cup of oil. Add that to it. We may come back in with the pumpkin shortly. I may want to add a little bit more, but let me get this mixed up so I can see what we've got here. Because we're going to go like a texture of like I said, a brownie. It's going to be a brownie texture, but it's actually going to be pumpkin. May need just a little bit more of our... No, I don't think we do. That's all we need. So, and let me get this mixed up. And what you're going to do, once you get everything mixed together, you got 2 separate bowls. So you have one bowl with your pumpkin mixture in it, and then we have our other bowl with our fudge brownie mixture. Now, you're going to heat your oven to 350 degrees, so let me get my pan and get it sprayed down really good. Okay, I have a baking dish. Mine's glass. You don't have to use glass. You can do aluminum, glass, it doesn't matter. But what we're going to do is we're going to spray down our whichever container that we're using to make this. We're going to spray it down really well so that it doesn't stick. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to do a quick stir because I want to make sure everything is stirred together with this. And then we're going to put our brownie mix into our greased baking dish. And it's still got some on the bottom, so bear with me. You still got flour on the bottom of it here. Here we go. Right, let's try this again. And like I said, we're just going to put our brownie mix down. Now we're trying to do this for fall because it's just that time of year and everything is just going to be so ooey, gooey, and good. So, and if you're on a diet, this is not for you. So every once in a while we can cheat, not worry about calories. So, got our brownie mix in here. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to stir up my pumpkin mix here. And then I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to dollop in spots. That's what we're doing. Just on top of your brownie mix. You may have some left over, and that's fine if you do. You could just put it in a regular pan and just pretty much, you know, bake it separate. But we got our we've got 5 dollops of our pumpkin, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to kind of swirl this around, just like so. It's not mixing. We're just swirling it around, just like so. Now I'm going to move this over here to the side. Now, what we're going to do, like I said, is I have a 350 degree oven, and we're going to bake this for about 25 to 30 minutes. Okay, before we start baking it, I wanted to show you what it looks like before we put it in our 350 degree oven. This is what it's going to look like. If you want more, add more. If you want less, add less. Okay, our pumpkin brownies have come out of the oven. They're still hot. So I just want you to cook it long enough, about 20 to 30 minutes, depending on your oven. Put a toothpick in. If it comes out clean, it's done. And what we did is we had our leftover pumpkin that was still in the can. Instead of throwing it away, just put it in a jar, stick it in the refrigerator. You can make so many different things with it. And then we had a little bit of batter left over with the pumpkin because we didn't use it all in the brownie. And just put it in a small container, put a little bit of cinnamon sugar on it. And once this cools off enough for me to handle, then I will show you what it looks like when it's up and nice and cool. But this is the way you want it to look, but please let it cool completely. Okay, our brownie is cooled enough for me to pick it up and touch it. So right now I am just going to go ahead and I'm going to cut a piece of this here stuff, just like so. And then we're going to give it a try as soon as I get it cut. I would try to do it with that, but it's a round pan and I don't want to. And you can see that it comes out like a fudge brownie does. So we're going to give it a try. That's really good. And if you like my video, please like and subscribe because it really helps out my channel. Thank you.